Hi, everyone. I'm Josh Lang. I'm calling you from outer space to talk about NFTs. No, the truth is that I'm really excited to be here on the earth and still talking about NFTs and to get to know the digital badge community and to present to you a little overview. I'm not going to talk about, I don't have enough time to talk about what is an NFT, a non-fungible token, or what is a blockchain or anything like that. I'll just have enough time to show you what I've been developing using NFTs and blockchain and how that's going to change the world and of digital badges from a centralized to a decentralized community. And in the future, digital badges will be decentralized and NFTs are the way to do it. So here, as you can see, this digital badge has an NFT inside of it, yet it has the indicators, unique identification code and a QR code that leads to information related to an award or achievement. So we're going to also look at how digital badges can finance education through NFTs. So I hope you're excited about that. A little bit about me. I'm Dr. Josh Lang. I own my own private company, language school. It operates in 24 different countries. I'm also a professor, and I've helped to build university branch campuses around the world. And so that's how I know a lot about the university infrastructure and internal systems and working with multiple stakeholders. And I always have stayed ahead in the area of innovation to know what would be coming next for long-term implementation. And I realized back in 2018 that NFTs were the way forward, and they are coming a lot quicker than I imagined, but I'm very happy that now we can start to see a lot of applications of NFTs in the real world. I'm also really well known in the crypto community as the host of Crypto Mondays Global and Paris Blockchain Week. And of course, heavily involved in NFT NYC and other NFT projects. And so also climate change projects and education. So very much behind this. And if you want to talk to somebody about NFTs, blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and education and use cases, and talk to Feng Hao from University of Missouri, or you can talk to me anytime. And of course, my email address is right here, josh@synergetics.us, or contact me, DM me at Twitter at Langhai. Okay, and so basically the difference between the current badges, which most of you are working with, if not all, and this includes open badges, and the badges of the future are that current badges are centralized. There's a centralized server, there's a centralized authority that issues the badge, and the data is centralized, the images are all controlled. Whereas in a decentralized universe, we work beyond that. And that's what we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to a world where we don't need an issuing authority. We don't need a third party. And it's like, how is that possible? Well, it is possible. And it's not only possible, it empowers people and it creates more democratic values and transparency. So people that are in Web3 believe in decentralization, and we don't need to have an issuing authority for every single badge that is made. And I'll show you some examples. The second thing that's different is that the data is not controlled by a third party. So when you have a decentralized database or a decentralized platform, the data is on a blockchain. It's not controlled by a third party. Facebook or Credly or anybody of these can't just shut down a badge. You own your own data. They can't monetize your data unless you give them permission. They can't monetize the information they have unless you give them permission. Right now, guess what? All of these badge platforms that are we're working with, or you're working with rather, are monetizing the data as well as selling you the badges. Just keep that in mind. Another thing is that the current badge designs, like some of the ones that are shown here, they look nice, but they're a bit old-fashioned. They're a bit boring. If you've ever seen any of the kind of artwork that's happening, creativity that's happening in the NFT world right now, you'll see that the sky is the limit when it comes to NFTs, when it comes to the type of badges, the type of visuals, images, videos, multimedia, And it's coming very, very quickly with digital art. So we want to encourage and inspire people to engage with their creativity in badges and not just take the same old type of digital badges that we see from yesterday and today. Then the last thing is that badges themselves don't hold any intrinsic value. Whereas if you can do what I did, you can actually link cryptocurrencies and digital assets to a badge. And so that the badge actually now can become a vehicle for scholarships. And because that's on the blockchain and transparent, then that means that educational giving also doesn't need to have an intermediary, and badges thus become scholarships. So when we talk about no issuing authority, well, who creates the badge? Well, the sponsor creates the badge. These are permissionless, decentralized creation and issuance of the digital badges. It's a form of transparent philanthropy. You can put in your cool, artistic, fun designs. It's interoperable across blockchains and LMS systems in the future across blockchains. Currently, they can be integrated across LMS platforms and student information systems. And not only that, it can contain digital assets and cryptocurrency, meaning that we can sponsor education. People can pay down their debt while they're earning badges, that people can pay off their loans while they're earning badges. People can finance their lives as they're earning badges. It's an incentivized structure. And that's another core belief of Web3, is that we want to incentivize people for their contributions. And that is a financial incentive in this case. So not just the status of having a certificate and a badge. And I love those badges like David Leeser made for IBM. He's one of my heroes. But this goes beyond that in the sense that we can actually fund education and fund achievement at the same time as rewarding people with a status and a transferable credentials. And here's some examples of what we're doing here with various parties. You can see badges for volunteers, bonuses, academic badges, and all of the same type of badges that you're creating, but there's no centralized issuer here. Anybody that has a JPEG, and they can be an authority or an institution, and they can have special designation for that, but they don't need to be. And this is where we can open up philanthropy, open up education, and open up badges to not only the Web3 community, but to a lot more populations. And here are some use cases. And the use cases are similar to the existing badges, you know, in the sense of universities, education institutions, workforce development, all those beautiful things. But when you link it to digital assets and cryptocurrencies, you create a whole new amount of use cases and valuable use cases across people with student debt, people that can't finance their education, people that could use an extra monetary incentive to get that certificate or finalize that thing or achieve that goal. One of the use cases is in corporations. We are using digital badges in a Japanese corporation that give them the NFTs as they complete the different courses in our language school. But more than that, they're getting the cryptocurrency when they complete it. Now, these guys are really not wanting to have cryptocurrency themselves, most of them, and they decided instead that the cryptocurrency that they earn with the badges will go to a charity of their choice. That means that the charities that accept cryptocurrency, when the student gets the digital badge, the charity gets the cryptocurrency. Never seen anything like that before with digital badges, but it's all possible with NFTs and digital badges. Another thing that we're doing is we're incentivizing sponsors, education philanthropists, sponsors, and our own advisors, which, as you can see here, some of our own advisors like Herb Cohen, like Christine Riedel, they can make their own badges, or we can make badges for them very simply. And then people can apply for this, and then they have fun in awarding these badges to different people based on designs that they make. And guess what? It's all decentralized. So nobody's stealing anybody's data or monetizing anybody's data. And it's every single transaction is verified on the blockchain. There's 4 transactions, so it's even 4 times more secure than a current digital badge, in addition to the open-ended framework for creation and issuing these badges. Now, this, for example, there's a Kaiser Fazal, who's working with universities in Pakistan, has created a program for women to learn blockchain and coding, not just blockchain, but also coding in different forms. And we're incentivizing the students with badges that contain cryptocurrency. Well, the tuition is free for the program. Well, why do they need the cryptocurrency then? What's the big value of it? Well, they're very poor people, and in a lot of these countries, they have to choose, and even in Western countries, they have to choose between work or school. So are they going to feed their family, or are they going to go to this free tuition program? Well, usually they have to feed their family. So if we can incentivize them as they're completing the courses to also get paid and to learn about alternative finance and cryptocurrency, then we've just given them 3 times the value of that free course, and we've enabled them to focus on the learning aspect, not just the needs that they have in their daily life. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. I know that was a very, very short overview of what digital badges and decentralized digital badges and the new world of Web3 can do. If you want to contact me, then I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you. There's a white paper on my website, and the website listed there, that you can look at technical information. You can look how these types of badges can be integrated into existing student information systems and existing LMS systems. You can look at use cases that I have on there. And last but not least, the question is, isn't it time to get smart and get paid with digital badges? I think so. So thank you very much for your time, everyone. And I look forward to meeting you again in the future and seeing you out in Colorado or seeing you out in space. Thanks a lot.